Not quite yet. We didn't get the green. Bring this up to a close here in 2014 for the regular season. Are we set to go this time? Yeah, we got a green. And we're underway in Heat 1 for the Street Stocks. Race fans, this is RJ at the Speedway. Let's go racing. Durant Peterson leads the charge out of the final corner in the 9P car. Going to lead him to the end of lap number 1 under green for Peterson. Peterson followed by Peterson and then Peterson running 1, 2, and 3. It's Christopher in 44 and Russell in the 44P. Out of the Petersons comes Amanda Milbrandt in car number 81 and she moves it in the top 4. Becken in 70X is next and Anita Hillebrecht in that order. 8 laps the distance in the heat races this evening here at Princeton. The first out of 2 for the Street Stocks, 3 in the Midwest Modified. It's a great group of cars on hand, 85 to be exact, I've been told here tonight at the quarter mile, Princeton Speedway. The 9 car of Durant Peterson still continues to lead this one in the first of 2 for the Street Stocks. Peterson still followed by Peterson and Peterson, 1, 2, and 3. Peterson's got this one round up in the top 3 positions the way it sits right now, but we're halfway. We got a long ways to go. White and green, the color choice crossed flags by the flagman tonight. Lane Roberts doing the duties tonight at Princeton chooses the white and green to cross at the halfway point. We got 4 down and 4 still up for Peterson in car number 9. It's Durand, your race-long leader. Chris Peterson in the 44 car is second. 44P, Russell Peterson doing a great job in the top 3. A good battle shaping up for 4 and 5. It's Becken in 70 and Amanda Milbrandt trading a little paint in turn 1 as Becken gets by Milbrandt in the 81 car who now sits 5th. Flying green out, we're used to seeing that with 2 to go, and we got it for Durand Peterson. Peterson sees the 2 to go markers in the first out of 2 this evening for the Street Stocks of WISSOTA. Peterson makes his way to the stand with a quarter mile to go. He sees the white flag up in the air. Quarter mile separating Durant Peterson in the first checkers of tonight. Chris Peterson next. Russell. Caution lights are still on the back straight. I don't know if we're going to go green or not. He switches them off. Yeah, we're going green. And we're underway. The second and final heat race tonight for the Street Stocks takes the green. It's Pagonis in 0-1, takes the early race lead. He started second, worked his way to the front right off the get-go. 32X Alan Gessel Jr. in second. 17, the machine of Ryan Kostreba in the top 3. Battle shaping up side by side out of the 4th corner for that 4th and 5th position as Pagonis continues to stretch things out in our 8-lap heat race, the second and final in the Street Stocks. Pagonis in 0-1 starts to move out front of this one, taking advantage of Gessel. About 8 car lengths the difference the way it sits right now. Kostreba trying to close that gap between 2 and 3. It's Alan Gessel, 32X, and Kostreba in 17, 11K. Davey Crutchin has moved his way into the top 4, getting past the 78G of Alex Gunderson. We're halfway. The markers are showed right now to Pagonis in the 0-1 car. Pagonis with the fast lap so far, your leader out front, continuing to stretch things out. He's got the last half of this one yet to go, a long ways remaining. 17, Kostreba with a nice move out of the base of turn 4, takes over that second spot as Alan Gessel tries to trade things back. The 32X car in a drag race now into turn 3. They're side by side. Your leader right now, meanwhile, taking the green flag, 2 to go. Kostreba a little sideways, squirrely into the front straightaway, headed past the flag stand, straighten things out in turn number 1. Doesn't quite cost him yet, but here comes Alan Gessel Jr. to challenge once again. White flag up, 1 final lap to go around this racetrack tonight in heat number 2 for the Street Stocks. Pagonis out front, full straightaway plus over the rest of the field. Checkers out the battle for 2 and 3. We're going to settle it as they head by the stand this time. Checkers out, Justin Pagonis with the win. 17, Kostreba finishes in the runner-up spot. 32X Alan Gessel Jr. in 3rd, and rounding out the top 4, Davey. Street Stocks of WISSOTA. 20 laps the distance. Russell Peterson, Durand Peterson on the front row. 11K, Davey Crutchin, Chris Peterson, 44. Row 3, Kurt Becken in 70. Justin Pagonis 01, row 4. Alan Gessel Jr. 32X 17. Ryan Kostreba 81. Amanda Milbrand 78G. Alex Gunderson and Anita Hilbrecht in 33. Green flag out, we turn loose for the first of 20 circuits this evening in the Street Stock Main. Durand Peterson, he blasts out to the early lead, the number 9 car, all the way from Glenwood, Minnesota. Your race leader, 4 Carlings, in front of Chris Peterson in the red, white, and blue, number 44. But on the move, Pagonis in 0-1 down to the base of turn number 4. Here comes Pagonis and Peterson. Pagonis sets the fast time of the race up to this point in the 3rd spot. Now set to go to the advantage down the back chute. He does in the 0-1 car, trying to take over Peterson at 44, who's not going to give it up yet, but he does now in 3rd. 17, Kostreba trying to make the same move as Pagonis did as he moves the 17 machine side by side with Chris Peterson. 17, Kostreba does the same thing as Pagonis into the top 3. 20 laps the distance. Durand Peterson 9 from the outside of row number 1. Your race leader to this point, almost set to put down a handful of laps. And Pagonis got the quicker car right on the racetrack, so keep your eyes on that. The best battle on the track, 3 deep they go. Peterson 44, 70X Becken and 32X Alan Gessel Jr. Then comes Crutchin in 11K as the laps go by. 78 Gunderson, 44P of Russell Peterson, 81 Amanda Milbrand, and 33 Anita Hillebrecht. As the gap between 1 and 2 gets shorter, you can see it happen right on the racetrack. Pagonis has got it dialed in, working the 0-1 car, almost to the back bumper of Peterson's number 9. Durand Peterson up to this point, but that lead not very much. 1 car length separating the front 2 spots. 17 Kostreba also closing it in. You can see him rolling the 17 car in the top 3 as they work their way away from the rest of this field tonight. Another 3-way battle going on for 4, 5, and 6. It's Peterson 44, 70X Becken and 32X of Alan Gessel Jr. The blue and red flag given to Anita Hillebrecht. At the back of the pack, just letting Anita know that the leaders are coming. Look at Kostreba going the 17 machine. He's closed the gap between 2 and 3. 1, 2, 3, here they come past the stand at the halfway flags. You saw him crossed right there. Durand Peterson with 10 to go. Peterson, Pagonis, and Kostreba, you can cover them from front to back. In 1, 2, and 3, 44P, Russell Peterson having some difficulty pulling that car to the infield. Russell Peterson drops out of this one just past the halfway point in the street stock race. Pagonis at 0-1 now. Peterson in the 9 car, your race long leader, knows he's got company because he can see it right out the driver's window. They're going side by side in turn 1. Pagonis with a muscle job in the base of turn 2. The 0-1 car into the top spot. 17 Kostreba trying to follow suit as he's side by side with Peterson out of turn 4. Midwest Modified starting to assemble and staging. They're up next. A nice move off the base of turn 2. The 17 car, Ryan Kostreba now in the top 2. Is he going to try to hunt down your race leader? Of course he's going to try, but does he have what it takes or enough time to get it done? We do not know. A full second, the difference between 1 and 2 right now. Coming to the flag next time by, he'll have a handful of laps left to go. A handful meaning 5 for Pagonis. Pagonis out front. The lead getting a little bit bigger with each and every lap as he works his way towards the first entry into the Mossman Geothermal and Mechanical Victory Lane tonight in Princeton. A great night to be at the racetrack. We're sure glad you are here tonight on Friday night. One more week of regular season racing. Season champions next Friday night. As Pagonis leads this one in the 0-1 car. Start to encounter some cars at the back of the pack. 11K, Davey Crutchin pulling the 11K car to the infield. His night's done about 3 laps before he would have liked it to be tonight in the Dirt Race Central 11K. 0-1 Pagonis working his way to the flying green. He's got it, and 2 left to go. 2 laps is all all that separates Pagonis from the victory lane here tonight at Princeton. The first feature on this evening's program coming to a close here after one more lap. Pagonis gets the one to go. He's going to try to navigate his way by, but here comes Kostreba in 17. They're 3 wide on a turn 2 and double wide on the final lap. The battle for the front spot as they work their way out of turn number 4. Checkered flag is out. Ryan Kostreba pulling off the win. Pagonis in the lead for quite a while, finishes in the runner-up. Out your winner in car 17, Ryan Kostreba. Sponsored by Midwest Mini Storage, Starscapes, Napa of Elk River, and Guys Towing, as he is the first entry tonight in the Massman Geothermal Victory Lane tonight at Princeton Speedway. We'll get him out of the car for the trophy presentation after winning tonight's street stock feature, making the pass on lap number 20, the final one. Where it counted, he navigated his way through the traffic, beating Pagonis by not very much at the checkered flag. So we'll get him out of the car. There he is, fans. Let's hear it for Ryan Kostreba.